Welcome back, guys. Last time you saw me forge this. This is a bar of Damascus steel. I'm going to take this Damascus steel, I'm going to chop it up into a couple different blanks, and I'm going to forge them into a few blades for Christmas. Alright, this is my 144 layer bar of Damascus, forged from 1095 and 15N20. The first thing I'm going to do is cut it off here, roughly about 6 inches worth, split it down the middle. This is going to become the forging blanks for 2 blades. This bar is over 1/2 inch thick, so the general rule applies. You want to forge thick, grind thin. So we're going to forge blades thicker than they need to be, especially with Damascus. We're going to forge them thicker than they need to be so we have room to go back and grind out any imperfections or any surface bumps, or make sure all the hammer scale is out of it and all that good stuff. So if you're not very familiar with forging Damascus, not making it, but once you actually have a bar of Damascus, forging it down, I'd like to address that really quick. So even if you know how to make a bar of Damascus, it's generally a good idea to forge it out into a blank that's a bit thicker and a bit larger, the blade you're actually going to make, and then grind it out from there for most people. And the reason for that being is it's very easy to destroy a piece of Damascus by trying to forge it if you're not forging it at the proper heats, right? You need to be at a welding heat or a very, very high forging heat in order to really move that Damascus around, because if it's not at a very high heat, you at that point have this serious danger of delaminating the welds that are in there and causing cold shuts and inclusions that weren't in that bar to begin with when you started. Doesn't matter if you buy a really nice high quality bar of Damascus from like Alabama Damascus, for example, or if you make it yourself. Once it's actually a bar, you have to be very careful about forging it. So we're going to go through this a little bit because I'll actually be forging these blades out from these sections that I chop off. So I'll go through it step by step so you can actually see what I'm doing and give you and talk my way through it as much as I can. I don't have a lavalier mic. Sorry, I'm poor. One of these days I'll actually buy one once I make enough money. So in the meantime, I will try to yell as loud as I can over my ridiculous pounding. So. All right, I've already started setting down my shoulders. I'm gonna work on it a little more. Flip it over again. I've got pretty good shoulders going on there. Gotta move quick. Now I'm going to set these down. Woo! All right, you can see where I've set this down this way, and I've started drawing the whole thing out. What I'm doing right now is I'm establishing a tang. I'm gonna draw the tang out, get the width, the length and thickness I want, so I can grab a hold of it with my tang tongs, which are a hell of a lot easier to forge with than these flat jaw tongs that I'm using to hold on to it. So this is over 1/2 inch thick now, as you can see, a little over 1 inch wide, inch-ish. So this is gonna get much wider and much longer as I go. But the first thing I'm gonna do is establish a tang so I have something easy to hold on to, and I have that isolated and don't have to worry about it, and I can concentrate on my blade. That's why flat tongs are dangerous. Floor day, everything to the floor. Yeah. That is exactly why. That's exactly why I want to get my tang established as quickly as I can. To grab a hold of my tang tongs because they have a really good positive grip. When you're holding flat tongs, you're holding a piece of steel on the side and you're whacking it this way, you don't have the greatest grip in the world on it, as you just saw. Alright, you can see how hot this is. One thing I was mentioning before is you need to do this at a welding heat or near to it. You'll know you're there if the steel moves pretty easily. If you find yourself fighting it, then you let it get too cold. like that. I don't know if you heard the difference of the sound in the hammer, but all of a sudden the hammer got a much deeper tone to it. This stiffened up a lot more. Hear that? Actually, it's not deeper, but a little bit more brighter, smacky kind of tone to it. It's smacky. So that's one of the ways you can tell. You can feel it in your hammer. You can feel it in your hammer, and you can hear it when you hit it. So there you go. So I've got the bases of a tang drawn out. I'm going to flatten this out, widen this out a little bit. I don't want to really get too much longer with it if I don't have to. It doesn't really matter, but I want to get a little wider now, a little thinner. This is still just under 1/2 inch. I want to get to around 1/4, maybe a little bit more. So, there we go. But no, I'm not hitting it hard enough to really deform it and or, you know, crack it at this heat. What I'm really doing is straightening it up just a little bit. All right, so there you go. There's my tang portion. Now I can grab this with my tang tongs from here and have a much more secure hold on it. And I'm going to thin this end down just a little bit more, but after next heat, I'll be able to get a good hold on it. All right, I skipped a few steps because I'm in serious rush for time. Here's the 2 Damascus blades blanked out. This is a sax, about 7 inches. This is going to be a small, you know, clip point, little Bowie, something of that nature once it's done. They've just been descaled, and I'm about to do the rough grinding on them right now. These were supposed to be in the mail this morning. Today is Monday, December 17th, and they were supposed to be mailed out already and done, but obviously that's not happening. So I'm in a rush to get these ground, heat treated, and handled and put in the mail by tomorrow at the absolute latest. So here we go. Alright guys, I wanted to address something real quick. I'm at the point now where you hand sand, or typically you hand sand before you go into the acid bath to reveal the pattern on your Damascus. As you can see, I'm not hand sanding. Do you know why? Because hand sanding. Now, I am not a fan of Harbor Freight. As a matter of fact, any of you who've stuck around and watched any of my videos have probably heard me go on at length about how much garbage is in Harbor Freight. This is typically true. However, there's one thing you can find there that is the absolute bomb. And that is these set of polishing discs. They start at 40 grit, go to 600 grit. I typically start at 320. I do 220 up to on the belt sander, then start at 320 with these, then 400, then 600. And you get damn near a mirror polish out of this. Now I skipped a step. You can still see some of the scratches in here. I skipped straight to the 400. I need to go back to 220, get some of these deeper gouges out here. 400, then 600 on both sides. And this will be mirror smooth. I may have to go back with a sanding block with some 600 or 800 grit and just give it a quick wipe down in a few areas. But for the most part, this completely eliminates hand sanding. So instead of spending hours and hours doing this, a few minutes with these wheels, and it comes out super nice and smooth and clean. So I'm going to polish these up, and then it's into the acid bath, and then into the ferrochloride, and then I make handles. So that's where I'm at right now. Oh, by the way, it's also a day later. It's Tuesday the 18th now, and I'm now a full day, 2 full days actually behind schedule. So let's see how fast we can get these done today. All right, here are the blades after etching. A lot of nice, really dark etch on the high carbon, and you can see the 15 and 20 with the nickel coming through. Starting to fit up my guard pieces. I've got, what do I got here? I've got bobinga, I've got a bit of horn there. This is a block of horn. I've got some stabilized bone. We're going to put together some handle pieces for these. And then this is a big old slab of a bobinga right here. This, a bit of leather, and a bit of bone is going to become scabbards for these 2 pieces as well. So this is where I'm at now, and it's crunch time. Got to get going. All right, I'm super late, so I did not film a lot of the steps in here. I didn't film the steps of putting the handle pieces together, or putting the scabbards together, or even the final fixation of the blades to the handles. But here they are, they're done. I have to throw them in a box along with the other pieces these lovely people ordered, and I have to run to the post office and be standing there where they open and overnight or second day air these just in time for Christmas. So, bit of a mad dash, but I'm done. So, that's my crazy Christmas knife adventure. I still have more to do. I have a couple of customers local that are going to be picking up a dagger and an axe. So, my mad dash is not over yet. I still have some more to do. So thanks for joining me, guys. Have a great day, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and have a great day.